Hello there, Capricorn, and welcome back to the channel. We're going to get started with your reading today with the Yin Yang Oracle, along with another Oracle, Money Matters. But I'm going to introduce two new decks today, a new Fairies Tarot and some angel numbers. So let's get started with Capricorn messages, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Capricorn, ooh, Capricorn. I know we have two cards coming out here, and then we're going to keep going and two more. All right, we're moving pretty quick today already. Let's see. We have looking at in the recent past about there's some kind of loss and you feel wounded because it's just recently happened. You're still fresh after a breakup or after a death of some kind. It could be a relationship, it could be a person, but you're not feeling enough right now and you're missing someone. It feels like you've been left out in the cold. So you're feeling pretty wounded, that's for sure. You're moving into a place of self-love and setting intentions that support self-care in your life. Focus on desires of the heart, self-worth, expansion, and manifesting. That's wonderful, wonderful information there, Capricorn. To have manifesting as your current situation and working on self-worth and being enough. I watched a video of Marissa Peel or Marissa Peer. She's a Hollywood, Los Angeles psychiatrist or psychologist, and she does a lot of motivational things. And she's a celebrity therapist, and she said the most important thing she ever says to any of her patients and her clients is, and everybody's trauma seems to come back to one statement that they did not hear enough when they were a child, and that is, you are enough. I am enough. And a lot of people, were not encouraged to accept themselves the way they are and love themselves where they are, regardless of what they needed to do in their life. And this is bringing you back to that. This is bringing you back to probably a place that you are pretty wounded in your past. This is something like a childhood trauma of some kind, could be where you're looking inward, and for the first time in a long time, you're actually working on self care. You're learning what that means right now. And then again, I did not even look at the future card yet when I said that. The future card is inner child and healing. So this is the past situation. This is about the wounded and the loss that you recently had in your life, and now you're working on self-love and self-care, and this is part of that process. But this is that card. So the next card, and I did not even look at it, is inner child. And you're working on you're working on your inner child trauma that you may have and healing from that. Coping mechanisms, learned behaviors that you need to unlearn, as well as self-discovery. It's a lot of things you didn't know um, about yourself, and a lot of stuff that we need to work on more than anything is working on our strengths versus our weaknesses. What is it that we can talk about and think about that are reflections of things we did really well, instead of constantly ruminating over things we think we did bad, we did poorly. So this is all about this. And then the next card is release and purge. Wow. Surrender, emotional release, clearing, walking away. Capricorn, this is deep out of the gate. Like, this is, it's going right in. It's going right in on what you need to work on here, and it's all about love and loving yourself, loving the you that went through bad things and other people abused you or hurt you in some way. You lost part of yourself. this reading is just really profound when it comes for me, as far as the general theme in the reading is about working on you. You're learning about you yourself. You're learning about what you need to heal, that is very private and personal for you, and you don't want to really talk about it a lot to other people, and you really don't even need to talk about it and deal with it a whole lot more. You just need to compartmentalize it and heal from it and then let it go. So you're at that place right now where you're really recognizing your self-worth and I am enough. And then you're healing your inner child, learning new behaviors, self-discovery, so that you can release and purge all of this out of your life. This is good stuff. Doubts and lonely, negativity, not hopeful, discontentment. This card is all about watch out. This could easily come at you from any angle, from anybody, from anything. It can just plant a little seed of doubt about your journey and about what you're working on, especially from people who hurt you. If you still have to be around them, it's not going to be hard for you to recognize the negativity that just oozes out of their mouth. And so be aware of that, and be ready, because you don't want that to trigger you and ricochet you right back to the where you were before. You've come too far, right? You've come way too far to let that happen. Let's do money matters for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Exhausted. Okay, this past situation is leaving you exhausted. One second. I apologize about that. But you're feeling financially drained, lacking viable options. You're recharging and regrouping from this, and you're exhausted because you really, this breakup or this death, you're missing someone dearly. You don't feel enough, and you feel like you've been left out in the cold. So whatever happened here, it was sudden, and it's definitely it's thrown you for a loop for sure. But this card is telling you, it's okay that you're exhausted. This loss could also have led to some debt, some debt you've incurred as a result of this, and it's letting you know, this is hope in this card, that you're feeling financially drained and you're lacking viable options right now. So you need to recharge and regroup. So, and this is all positive because you know you can control this. You're exhausted, but you've got to pull it together because you've got great things happening for you right now and in the future. This is the past. So we're walking past this. We're letting this flow right through us. You're exhausted, and that's how you were. Now we're going to focus on how you are. Huh. Did you notice that? The card that fell out was a yin yang oracle card. It wasn't even a money card from this deck. It's, it's from the deck I just did. Autumn, timing, starting over, soul growth, clearing, new intentions. Oh my God. This card is going under your present situation was about clear intention, self-love intentions. This card is about everything is happening right now in divine timing, as though you were just part of nature, and how trees will bloom and grow and lose their foliage, and that's symbolic of letting go of the old so that you can make way for the new in the spring. And there will be a time of hibernation, but that is okay. That's part of the process. You have to trust in the process. You don't see trees complaining and bitching about why they don't have leaves yet in February. You know, like nature has a way of pacing things exactly the way it's supposed to be. So I don't know. I'm pretty blown away with the fact that this one random yin yang card ended up in the wrong deck and fell out. So definitely a big message there. Okay. Um, I think that. Okay. We have wisdom. Insight into the nature of physical objects gives you foresight. Use your best judgment. Okay, insight into the nature of physical objects gives you a foresight. This is just the next step past this timing card. Nature. Nature has a way. Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. That's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. That was on a coffee mug at Dollar General or Walmart that I bought one day. But it's true. Like, this is all about nature. It's going to show you an example of how nature and its own timing is the right timing and divine timing, and you're going to be given a lot of signs about this right now, because it's definitely in your future. Is coming up very soon. And investments made will have positive results that will bring prosperity. Invest wisely. Investments made will have positive results that will bring prosperity. So that's in coming up in your, not in your immediate future, but in your long term. And I would say 3 months. It would be. It's not some. I don't look at this as anything long term at all. So at the most 3 months, I would say. All right, so let's get into the new fairy tarot, which I love. It has butterflies on the back of the cards, and they're just really sweet and cute and perfect for spring. It's a lot of outdoor themes going on, that's for sure. We're going to be asking for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So we have already Nine of Wands, which comes out telling you that even though you may have had a struggle and a battle in recent months, you have overcome and won that battle. You may not have, and what's to show for that are these 8 wands in the ground. With either little flames on the top of them or little metal pieces. This was in Sagittarius reading too, but in a different position. But this is really good stuff here. This is telling you that even though you might be bruised up a little bit from this recent battle you just won, you won it. And you have all these wands in the background here in the ground that's showing everybody around, look what you accomplished. But you can keep fighting because you have the 9th wand in your hand. You're ready to go again. This is also fire energy. And then we have the Empress. I love this card, especially in this new deck. I'm going to keep drinking while I'm talking, you guys. I am so dry mouth right now. It's so bad. I have to take a lot of medication that causes it. And anyway, but the Empress is all about feminine, divine energy. It's all about, it's maternal, it's nurturing, it's comforting. It's all about abundance of love and abundance of anything and everything that you could need is all around you. Everything is attracted to you. You don't chase anything; it comes to you when you're the Empress, and this is you right now. And forward, we've got 3 of Cups, which is, I usually say in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it's 3 women holding up their cups, and they have wreaths of flowers in their hair, and it looks to me like they would be a bridesmaid or something. So I always call it the 3 bridesmaids, and at the reception, and they're toasting the bride and the bridegroom. And so, but this is 2 women and a man. But anyway, they're all celebrating love. They're celebrating the love that they have for each other. They're celebrating the commonality they have, which could be loving someone else, a relative or something. This could be a friend or coworkers. But they're all celebrating, and they all have cups full of love. And also, I'm sure it's just the reflection on the cups, but you can see that they're gold, but also there is like this reflection off of them as though they were full of like a light. So when I first looked at these, I was like, oh, it looks like a light is inside of them. And they're fairies, so of course they would be drinking something made of light. But it could just be a reflection to show you they're gold. I don't know, but it's definitely a positive situation that you're coming into. Love is coming to you in the way of support and someone to talk to, someone to spend time with. Distract your mind from the old loss that you're still grieving, you're still healing, but you can also work on becoming more engaged with people instead of just touching base with people on your phone, or a computer or whatever, but you're actually valuing time spent one on one with people, and how much you feel when you're connected to people in the physical realm and not just talking to them or typing something to them. And so then we have Knight of Cups, the bringer of a love message. This is about the of the knight in shining armor on a white horse coming to you in the middle of the night. The stars are out, and again, his cup is gold, but it's also full of light. So this offer is coming to you, and you would not be able to be in the position of even noticing this offer, much less allowing it to come into your life. This wouldn't happen had you been stagnant in the old energy of loss and scarcity and lack and uh, just feeling deceived and betrayed and angry, all of the things that goes with loss. This is a new way of thinking, a new way of receiving love and sharing love with someone else. It's a very new space for you, but it's very good. It's healing. And then we have, excuse me, the Seven of Cups. So this is, again, it's all about cups full of love. And they are, without a doubt, full of love. They're all full of light. And all around them are, you have butterflies, which are symbolic of transformation. So this light and this transformation is also around this Knight of Cups. It's more of a clarifier card here. I'm not going to delve too deep in the meaning of that, but these other cards are very, I don't know, they're very, very hopeful and promising. You got cups as well as the Empress. And wands is the past. The Empress is attracting all this love and all these cups. It's great. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the angel messages today with Capricorn. Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably cut these and then pull from the top because I'm not having much luck with shuffling them this way to pull cards. First angel number is adaptability 765. And it reads, you are flexible and capable of facing changes. Trust in your strength to navigate any challenges that arise. You're flexible and capable of facing changes. Trust in your strength to navigate any changes that arise. That is something you recently went through and you're still adapting. And currently, you are in empowerment mode. The energy of empowerment, 898. And it's, excuse me, stand in your power to embrace your true potential with confidence. Stand in your power to embrace your true potential with confidence. The number 898. That is where you are right now. And of course, everything about the Empress, divine timing, self love, it's all about empowering yourself. So you are right where you need to be. You were adaptable, and give yourself credit for that, because that has led you to the place where you're able to be right now to empower yourself. And the next step is take a step. 535. I don't remember who said this, but you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. I want to say it was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. I think I remember reading that in The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, because she took a lot of information and quotes from different people and leaders who spoke as though they were trying to, or not trying, as though they already believed that what their goal was already happening. And he was one of those. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was one of those wonderful, brilliant leaders, and especially at the time, in the midst of everything else, um, and so much oppression. But we won't go there right now. We're closing your reading with your next step, and that is take a step. 535. Let go of old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you. Prepare to step out of your comfort zone in order to grow and expand. Release and inner child healing. We went through this already. These cards are pointing to this take a step. This talks about healing your inner child, self-discovery, coping mechanisms, release and purge, surrender, emotional release, clearing, walking away. So these are, here we are, take a step. You're taking a step and you're letting go of those old beliefs so that you can heal. And you're preparing to step out of your comfort zone. There was something else that had something about come out of your comfort zone. I thought it was something, I don't remember now. I thought I saw something earlier about a comfort zone, but that's not it. Oh, self love. Okay, yeah, my bad. It's all about manifesting expansion, um, focused on desires of the heart. Yeah, so it was the self love. Anyway, but this is all about taking the next step, and you are already pulling everything together for that. You're ready. Just, I know it's scary and it's hard to take that first step, but like the Fool in the beginning of the entire tarot deck, and it's all about the Fool's journey. The whole tarot is about the Fool's journey, and so the Fool is the beginning of the major arcana, which is a zero, because it doesn't. This Fool is just starting on the journey yet. He hasn't taken the first step, or she hasn't taken the first step, and so they do that, and that's the Magician, which is the manifester. So this is, I mean, I think this is a great. Let's pull one more angel card to kind of pull it all together here. Self love. 676. Prioritize your well being and cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself. I couldn't have said it any better. This is like the title of this video, because it's just amazing that this came out last. I mean, this is all about you right now. And you're not being selfish. You're respecting yourself, and you're placing value on yourself to the point where you need to take care of that so that the value doesn't depreciate. You know what I'm saying? You don't depreciate unless you are neglected, and you're not going to neglect yourself anymore. Capricorn, I hope this resonated with you. If it does, please leave a comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, if you can hit that button right below, and you can turn the notifications on with the bell next to it, or you can turn them off. And I appreciate all the love and support, you guys. I'm sorry I was gone for a few days, but I'm back and excited to be here and looking forward to seeing you again real soon, Capricorn. Take care. Have a good week.